The Empire State Building is a symbol of New York City. Builder Vornado is developing a site near this famous New York City landmark. Many groups have opposed Vornado's plan. One big concern is that Vornado's scheme will diminish the significance of New York's greatest landmark, the Empire State Building, which is located just 1 block away. Vornado's building would be 1,270 feet tall, which is almost the same as the Empire State Building's 1,250 feet. Vornado's scheme would overshadow the iconic Empire State Building and block its western view. No group has been able to overturn Vornado's plan because they have not offered any persuasive counter-scheme. So, I made my own counter-proposal, which I would like to introduce to you. Empire 2031. Please give your opinion. Which design do you think works better for this site and for New York City? First, let's check the location on Google Earth. The Penn Plaza 15 site is located between 33rd and 32nd Streets on the east side of 7th Avenue. Penn Station is just across the street on the west side of 7th Avenue. Meanwhile, the Empire State Building is located on the corner of 5th Avenue and 34th Street. The two sites are just 500 feet apart. In New York City, a view of Central Park is considered a valuable feature. Unfortunately, the Penn Plaza 15 site is located 26 blocks south of Central Park, so it is difficult for any building on this site to achieve the same high status as buildings on Billionaire's Row. Any building on this site must have the character to create its own prestige. Next, let's check Vornado's scheme. According to Vornado's announcement, total floor area is 2,050,000 square feet. Height is 1,270 feet. Some floors have glass-enclosed balconies on the 7th Avenue side and the rear. Construction is expected to start in 2024. As mentioned, the building's height is a problem because it is almost the same height as the Empire State Building. Also, while the glass-enclosed balconies are a nice feature and would work well for a beach or riverside resort with spectacular views, they seem out of place for a dense urban location. As to timing, Vornado plans to start construction in 2024, which leaves only a short window of time to consider whether Vornado's scheme is really the best choice for New York City. Now, let's take a look at my proposal. Empire 2031. Empire 2031 is a 21st century Renaissance version of the original Empire State Building. It is exactly the same height as the original Empire and complements its elegance and style. The original Empire State Building was established in 1931, almost 100 years ago. This means there is still enough time to complete construction and commence soft opening of Empire 2031 by 2030, so that the official grand opening can take place as part of the original Empire's 100-year anniversary celebration. Let's focus on Empire 2031's key features. First, twin empires located adjacent to each other will further enrich the iconic Empire brand, cementing the landmark status of both buildings. Together, the two structures will create an inspirational new silhouette in the New York skyline. This site works very well as one of the possible locations for Empire 2031. Number 2, the mirror cladding of Empire 2031 will reflect the original Empire, providing new views and perspectives instead of just blocking the original Empire's western view. Number 3, the huge open wall of the Skyward ceremonial halls located on the 81st and 82nd floors of Empire 2031 helps to preserve the original Empire State Building's western view without compromising Empire 2031's height. And number 4, heliports and hovercar ports projecting from the four corners of the 81st floor provide 21st century style direct access arrival and departure for visits by the U.S. President and other VIPs. The platforms have retractable edges that help mitigate against uplift wind on the platforms. The next thing to consider is, what is the best use for Empire 2031? This is a critical issue because demand for office space has declined massively in recent times. As a result, the office building vacancy rate in New York City and the office building loan default rate continue to rise. Demand for space is not likely to rebound, among other reasons because 3-day remote work has become normal for many office workers since the pandemic. In this environment, new office buildings will not be profitable. So we must consider unconventional new uses that will generate tax revenue for New York and will also improve the quality of urban life for New York residents. For me, the best solution is a custom event multi-unit complex, a world's first business model suitable for New York City's newest landmark, Empire 2031. Empire 2031 offers 3 categories of event unit, each of which can be adapted to suit the type of event and guest preferences. First category, party and event units for private users. Second category, corporate CEO off-site office, conference, entertainment spaces. And third category, confidential and high-security conference units for government users. Each category of unit has 3 size options. Private event units are on floors 55 to 68. After the pandemic, quality of personal time is the highest priority for most people, but many urban residents don't have enough space for events or gatherings, and home parties create noise and security issues. Rented party space is limited mostly to hotels and restaurants, which provide only generic experiences. Empire 2031's private units are fully customizable, including host overnight stays, and expand the ability of individuals and families to use their imagination to create tailored event experiences. CEO off-site office, conference, entertainment units for corporate users are on floors 33 to 54. These units accommodate host overnight stay and can be customized to provide a stimulating experience for special guests, while allowing corporations to avoid renting large CEO offices in pancake-style office buildings. Conference units for governmental users are located on floors 25 to 32. They provide an elevated level of security and confidentiality for discussion of classified matters. Special features of Empire 2031 include a public satellite office on the 4th floor for the New York Police Department and Fire Department, a double mezzanine presidential suite with accommodation for security personnel and direct access from the dedicated Marine One heliport, double mezzanine VIP executive suites with direct access to heliport and hovercar platforms, Skyward Ceremonial Hall on the 81st floor and Skyward Ceremonial Hall on the 82nd floor for award shows and other ceremonial events. And of course, the Flight Control Center, located at the very top of the building, above the public access observation deck. Let's take a look at the detailed models. First, we will view the small size event unit for private use. This is the smallest private unit at 2,810 square feet. A glass cylinder private elevator and a great stairway connect the lower level to the mezzanine level, providing dramatic entry to each space. The lower level has an open event space with seating area and wall-mounted video screen. The event space has easily enough room for a 7-feet concert piano duet. A shallow pond with floating ethanol fireplace, located adjacent to the event space, draws the guest's attention. Other features on the lower level include a commercial kitchen, a separate bar counter, with wonderful view of the New York skyline, and a guest room for overnight stays. There are 2 powder rooms on the lower level. The mezzanine level has an open bedroom and master bath, providing a panoramic view of the New York cityscape. These units are located on the higher floors to ensure privacy. The mezzanine also has a multi-use table and an enclosed office. Private room hosts can choose either a stay 2-night 3-day plan or a stay 3-night 4-day plan. This will give them plenty of time in the exact room where the event will be held to organize last-minute details, including decoration, delivery of musical equipment, and coordinating with chef, bartenders, and serving staff. To provide increased privacy between adjacent units, the main entrance door for each unit on a floor is located alternately on the lower or mezzanine level in a staggered pattern. All of the other types of unit also follow this staggered entrance format. Next, let's view a small-size CEO off-site office, conference entertainment unit with a floor area of 3,562 square feet. As with the private units, each corporate unit has a lower and mezzanine level joined by glass cylinder elevator and grand stairway for impact on entry. The lower level has a large conference table with seating for 16 people. Next to the conference table is a dramatic shallow pond, even larger than the one in the private units. In addition to a floating ethanol fireplace, the pond has a large floating seating area. This water feature provides background white noise, ensuring conversations remain private. A bedroom suite and 4 powder rooms are also located on the lower level. The mezzanine level has an additional conference room for private discussion during meeting breaks and an enclosed private office. Other mezzanine features include a standalone beverage counter, seating areas, and an open recreation and entertainment space that can easily accommodate a competition-style pool table, a Steinway concert piano, a Lion Healy grand harp, or other entertainment equipment. The layout and features of the government units on floors 25 to 32 generally follow the same scheme as the CEO off-site office, conference, entertainment units, so we will not discuss them in detail in this video. For security reasons, we will also not discuss the layout or features of the presidential suite, or the executive suites on floors 69 to 77. Core features of these units include double mezzanine levels, bedroom suites, and various flexible use spaces for entertainment and relaxation, all with quality design and artistic features. Next, let's review the Skyward Ceremonial Halls 1 and 2 located on the 81st and 82nd floors. These venues occupy the whole of their respective floors. Skyward 1 has a ceiling height of over 75 feet, Skyward 2, 30 feet. The centerpiece of each hall is a 25-foot times 50-foot glass pool. The bottom glass of the Skyward 2 pool is visible to guests in Skyward 1, creating a unique liquid ceiling effect. Transparent walls on all 4 sides fill the halls with natural light, which combines with the surface water of the pools to create an ever-changing vignette of light and shadow. One option might be for part of the glass walls to be retractable. The heliports and hovercar ports are attached to the 81st floor and provide private vertical transportation to and from the presidential suite and each executive suite floor. As I mentioned, the heliport platforms have retractable edges to mitigate against uplift wind. Finally, let me introduce the plan for the entrance floor and grand mezzanine. The main entrance to Empire 2031 is on 7th Avenue. The entry alcove is much wider and deeper than the original, providing a grand entrance feel as well as shelter from the elements. Inside, guests enter into a broad promenade with a central lengthwise water feature. Floating over the water is a cityscape model of midtown to downtown, highlighting the location of the 2 empires. Directly in front is a stylish stairwell leading to the grand mezzanine. A large wall art representation of the original empire faces back toward the main entrance. On the rear side of the same wall is a model of Empire 2031 floating over the water. On the left side of the promenade is a 2-foot sunken lounge and to the right is a 2-foot raised lounge area. The grand mezzanine contains food and beverage venues and retail stores. Here we can find a variety of famous restaurants and shops from Brooklyn, a big convenience for tourists who don't have free time to explore Brooklyn. And of course, souvenir shops, a tourist favorite, offering many Twin Empire-themed original goods. Empire 2031 is a perfect setting for a Mission Impossible movie with Tom Cruise or a Hollywood-style political suspense film with Tom Hanks. The two Toms and the Twin Empires, reviving the golden era of King Kong and the Empire State Building. I think New Yorkers would love to see that happen.
Do you know the difference between an architect and a sculptor? Sculptor is an artist. The artist has a much latitude to make anything they want to, any way they want to, without restriction. On the other hand, architects must deal with many limitations: vertical force, lateral force, moment, building codes, zoning ordinances, budget, and so on, as well as the dilemma of the differences between the architect's vision and the client's preference. In addition, this site has one more serious restriction. It is just one block away from the Empire State Building. Bernardo and his architects team had made efforts to solve this problem, but I think more needs to be done. I am Mikiko F. Holstein, licensed architect in New York State, and the CEO of Miki Design. The Empire 2031 scheme is not my normal style, but sometimes architects must put aside their own taste. For example, as in this case, when a different design works better for the cityscape, or is beneficial for the owner, for the city, for occupants, and for the public. A twin empire on this site will raise, not diminish, the stature of the original empire, and instantly become a new landmark in its own right because of its bond with the original empire. This site is one of the perfect locations to build Empire 2031. To my mind, the Empire 2031 scheme had three main benefits. One is creates a popular new destination spot for domestic and international tourists. Two, the world first event complex will create more new jobs and bring more profit compared to a pancake-style office building. This brand new business model responds to the needs of corporations, governments, and residents in the congested New York City urban area, ensuring the success of Empire 2031. And when Empire 2031 succeeds, perhaps other cities will adopt this model, building in new levels of innovation. 3. Empire 2031 will add excitement to the original empire's 100-year anniversary celebration and will stand proudly as a symbol of New York for the next 100 years. Finally, a message for the two Toms. To Mr. Cruise, please help me to build this location for your next movie in New York City. Tom Cruise fighting bad guys in a hovercar battle above Empire 2031, and Tom Cruise leaping from one empire to the other with a jetpack on his back. Your fans from all over the world need to see these scenes with thrilling action that only you can make possible. I hope the film will be made before the Empire State Building's 100-year anniversary. To Mr. Hanks, I thought about asking you to make a romantic comedy at Empire 2031, but you are almost the same age as me, so I understand well that could be hard for you. Perhaps you will prefer a political thriller with you starring as president, a perfect role for you. And, of course, you will stay in the presidential suite when you become president for real. Thank you everyone for watching this video. What do you think? Which building would you like to see for the next 100 years? Empire 2031 or Borneo's office tower? Please leave your comment. Next time, I will make a video of my scheme for Madison Square Garden and Penn Station. See you then.